Welcome to Let's Talk Influence. My name is Ashvin. I'm sitting here with Kirubashankar, media coach, digital influencer, speaker, podcaster, agriculturalist, and whatnot. But more than anything, a good friend. Kiruba, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
It's a pleasure, Ashvin.
I always learn a lot whenever we do these sessions, because if I'm learning, the viewer is learning. That's the big key takeaway which I find when talking to you. Today we're going to talk about a very different aspect. A lot of people tell what we should be doing, but many don't speak about what we should not be doing. As an influencer, what I should not be doing as I grow my influence.
The first thing that if you want to be a genuine influencer, then being true to your character and your personality is very important. You were giving me an excellent example earlier. Film actors fall into that trap, right? In the film, a lot of makeup is done, post-production touching. They're made to look younger, fitter, but in real life, they may not be. The reason why I took that example is if you are an influencer, then pretending to be someone who you're not is a very difficult thing to keep up for a long period of time. There will be cracks that will create where people will see through that you're faking it. So being very genuine, that's the first thing that I would recommend. The second thing is being true to your content. So let me give you a small example. Let's assume that you like food. You're a food YouTuber and you go to a restaurant and you have food. That restaurant might have paid you money in order to come in and review that particular food. Because you're taken the money, what you'll be forced to do is to tell that it's a good food, even though you may not have enjoyed the food, even though you might have had a stomach upset after that thing, but yet you will go and say, what you're technically doing at that point is that you're misusing the trust that others have put in you. They are subscribing to your videos, your channel, they're watching your YouTube video because they respect you.
And they trust you.
So when you go and do otherwise, over a period of time, that trust erodes. So you need to be very, very careful of that. The third mistake that influencers should avoid is while they are creating content, not respecting the rules that the platform sets. Right? So for example, YouTube will say that if you do not use copyright content, okay? Be very careful, or if you're using somebody else's content, please give credit to that person. Please seek permission before mentioning somebody else's name. So just following the ethics. Will we do that in real life? Will we, whatever you won't do that in real life, please don't do that on social media. So I think following the rules of the game and rules of the platform is nice. The fourth one is do not burn bridges, because you're sitting in the comfort of your house, because you're speaking into a camera, there is nobody around you, going and talking bad about another person and causing harm is something that you don't want to do. I have seen influencers do this, which is if they are unhappy with a particular brand or a particular person, they will instigate their followers to go and talk bad about the person, or to go and leave 1-star reviews for that property online. So that is something that needs to be avoided. So whatever you don't do that in real life, please don't do that in the real life. So these are some of the don'ts that people should keep in mind if you want to grow as a very well-respected influencer.
From what you're saying, Kiruba, there's one thing one thing resonating very thin line in all the key points is integrity. I think integrity is a strong point because social media is so big and people can just see through the lens. I always say when I talk in seminars and conferences, I say the lens will really see through you.
Yeah.
So be real, so don't just come and fake it. And that's exactly what you said. Let me ask you on the same point a question. Yes, I don't want to come and criticize somebody. I don't want to badmouth anybody. That's fine. As far as me as an influencer, I follow it. But when I do that, somebody else is hitting on me. That's very painful. And because of that, I come to a conclusion I should not be on any platform. What's your advice for viewers who ask that question?
You said it rightly. Us being respectful and being nice is well within our control. But what is not within our control is how others will behave towards us.
Correct.
So in situations like this, please keep in mind that with popularity, as your followership increases, as your YouTube channel becomes more popular, as your reach of your Instagram increases, please remember that there will be certain percentage of people who, out of jealousy or out of hatred, they will speak bad about you.
It's part of the package.
It's part of the package. You absolutely said that right. And at that point in time, show your maturity, show your magnanimity in forgiving the other person. If the person comes and talks bad about you, please do not respond with negativity, right? Because that's called feeding the trolls. What the trolls are looking for is to see you get agitated. What the trolls are looking for is seeing you upset, seeing you cry. So don't do that. Don't react. Be like a stoic. If great things happen, take it. If people say bad about it, also take it in the right spirit. And over a period of time, when you don't respond to negativity, almost always the person will give up and go away. Right? So I think as an influencer, this is something that you should be prepared for.
I like one slogan in one FM channel. They say, keep your followers close, but keep your haters more closer. I mean, it's kind of a comment, but then it's part of the package. I like the way you say it, Kiruba, because you don't want to lose your gift. You don't want to lose your peace of mind. You don't want to lose your influence because there's one guy out of 1,000 who's trying to find fault with you. So just ignore him and being quiet, I think he'll become quiet.
Correct.
Yeah. What's the next subject we're going to deal with in the next episode?
So we're going to end this series with a very powerful thing, and which is really the talk of the town now, which is how can influencers use artificial intelligence effectively in order to grow their followership and also to have their message reach out to a larger audience.
Or let me put it in my language. Is it a demon or is it a blessing?
That's right.
Kiruba, I'm looking forward for this episode. It's about artificial intelligence, and more than that, we're talking about how we can solve somebody else's problem, how our viewers can be effective influencers. Friends, don't miss the next episode and don't miss hitting that subscribe button. We're going to see how you can be an influencer through all these episodes. And don't miss sharing about this to your friends and colleagues. Not only you getting blessed, by you sharing these videos, you are also helping them be an effective influencer.